In this tutorial we're going to jump into some of the individual element edits, and these are the edits that will be applied to the individual sounds that make up a complete voice. Up to 4 sounds can be assigned to a voice in voice mode, and these of course sounds are called elements. So in the previous videos I discussed some of the common edits. Let's go ahead and press the edit button, and with this button over here on the right, which is above the common icon here on the control panel, and of course over here in the top of the screen, you'll see that any of these buttons and subfunctions inside while this button is lit are the common edits. So these are edits that apply to all 4 of these universally. If we press the individual element buttons, element 1, element 2, 3, and 4, and so forth, we can dive into some further edits that can be applied to each one of these individually. Now, when I just pressed on 3 and 4, the element switch was turned off, so that means this voice that I'm using now only has 2 elements assigned in there. So, again, once you have one of these element buttons pressed and you're out of the common mode, you're going to be able to edit any one of these characteristics of the element. And the first one that comes up here is going to be the oscillator tab. You can press F1 and it shows it there. There's a couple subfunction buttons too for wave. SF2 is output and SF3 is limit. So let's go over these one by one quickly. The first one is wave here, and this is where you're going to select, of course, whether or not the element is on or off. And that means that you're using a element for one of the 4 elements in there. Also, you have the ability to change which bank and which wave you're using, and depending on which one of these elements that you dial in here, it'll give you an indication of what that wave name is. And this is a saw wave. There's a lot of different analog style waves or PCM sounds that are internal in the ES, and you can tell that this is one of the wave or the saw type waveforms that are in there. Next over we have the SF2, which is the output tab, and you have the ability to set up a key on delay, and this may be pretty obvious. This just changes how much of the delay time there is between the time you press the key to the time the note starts. For most purposes you'd leave that set to 0. Also, you have a delay tempo sync, which is going to change how your sound or your part that you're playing from the voice here is going to sync up to either a tempo assignment that you assign up there. Go ahead and toggle over to the next area here, insert effects out, and this dictates where the output of this element is going to as far as the insert effects stack. And remember, this can also be controlled from the effects menu as well. Remember, when we were in the effects menu on the left hand side, there was a list of the different elements showing where they went in the stack. But also from here you can also control this as well. Also, we have the limit subfunction tab, which is SF3, and this is going to control the note limit and the velocity limit. Of course, we've seen these type pages before. This is essentially going to allow you to set up where the playability as far as note range wise and velocity wise that the key presses will actually trigger this element to play. So again, we have our ability to hold down the keyboard button and press in any note here to dial in values, or we can manually dial those in as well.